I really want this title. It's something I've been trying to achieve for, like I say, 13 years. We all know what the sport's like. You know, I know all too well how cruel it can be. When things are bad, it's probably the worst and the toughest sport you could ever be in. But when you win, and everything comes together, it's one of the most rewarding things anyone can do, really. It's been a goal of mine since a young age. Obviously, growing up in the McRae Burns era, both of them have won the championship, and there's been some sort of local guys as well, like Gwyndav and Mark Higgins, that I always sort of watched when I was growing up, and the trophy is probably one of the most famous when you think about it, with the different names that have been, you know, throughout the years. So yeah, I think it would mean a lot to add Osian Pryce to that trophy. We're up against Keith, you know, he's 4 times champion, you know, we're taking the fight to probably the most successful guy in the last 10 years, so it's not going to be easy. But, you know, we're in good form, you know, positive, feeling good, so really looking forward to it, and let's see how it goes.
The penultimate round of the 2022 British Rally Championship would head to the superfast forests of Trackrod Rally Yorkshire, and the action would kick off on Friday evening with a thrilling 11-mile blast through Dalby under the cover of darkness. Championship leader Osian Pryce led the BRC crews out into the night, with the weight of a maiden title firmly on his shoulders. A win in Yorkshire seals the crown. Otherwise, it heads for Wales and the final round. But Pryce was taking the pressure remarkably well. Blasting through the high-speed opener, he showed no signs of jitters as he threaded the Volkswagen Polo to the fastest time. Keith Cronin professed to be overcautious after his Rally Caribbean roll. He was second, but could little afford to hemorrhage more time to Pryce when the daylight arrives on Saturday. Rory Bell was the best of the rest in his Skoda Fabia, but a defensive drive in the slippery conditions meant he was already 15 seconds adrift of Pryce in third. After Friday night's Dalby test, Pryce is already in the pound seat, with a 5-second lead over Keith Cronin heading into the second day. Rory Bell will need to be wary of James Williams in his Hyundai i20, just 2 seconds further back, whilst Gary Pearson's Skoda suffers light pod issues in the dark to sit 21 seconds away from top spot. 5 stages made up Saturday's leg, but it would be heavy rain moments before the crews started the first stage of the day that would give Pryce the edge over the morning loop. It was a clean run for the Welshman, but not for Cronin. An overshoot and a spin cost over 20 seconds, meaning the chance of a 5th BRC title was slipping through his fingers.
Yeah, pretty good, to be honest. You know, I've been quite relaxed, and it's obviously showing in my driving. You know, happy with how everything's been going. Bit of a fright this morning when the rain came down. We weren't really prepared for that, but you know, the times have been good. We've, you know, not done too many big mistakes, so we're just trying to keep on doing the same. And you know, a big loop now this afternoon, and try and stay out of trouble and hopefully get the job done.
Bell was much more confident in the daylight, and despite the loss of wipers in the morning's downpour, vaulted over a floundering Cronin to take second place away from the Irishman.
We've got a bit of work to do still for the afternoon. It's very slippy, but I was going to say I was looking forward to some dry conditions. I don't think so. It's looking very cloudy still. The last 2 stages sort of sum up the event, long and sort of greasy. So we're going to do our best, try and finish them properly, and hopefully get it right for the rest of the event and the day.
Do you reckon there's any catching Osian?
You know, we've had problems this year. He hasn't had too many problems. You never know what could happen, so let's just see. We'll keep going, doing our own thing, and if it happens, it does. If it doesn't, then it is what it is.
Into service then, and Osian Pryce extends his lead to 28 seconds over Rory Bell, with Cronin having it all to do over the afternoon loop. James Williams enjoys some top 3 stage times, but remains in a solid 4th place, whilst Gary Pearson's swap to the Skoda Fabia R5 is taking a little time to get used to. He sits 5th. Just the Langdale and the Dolby tests stand in the way of Pryce and his maiden BRC title. With a hotly contested junior BRC title decided earlier this month in Wales, the pressure was off for Eamon Kelly. Johan Lloyd was his nearest challenger on Friday night in his Peugeot 208, but would retire on the opening stage on Saturday with sheared wheel studs. That left Johnny Mulholland to try and challenge the champion in his Fiesta Rally 4. But Kelly was unstoppable. Taking fastest time on every stage, the Irishman ensured co-driver Conor Mohan could also seal the co-driver's title.
Yeah, we were really gutted when Johan went out because we know he's been getting really fast towards the end of the year, and it would have been great to race him this weekend. So today it's, I suppose, a bittersweet win, but the main thing is that Conor got the Navigator's title. That's why we're here, and yeah, just delighted for him because he's been a huge part of our year and very integral. So yeah, just to get to the finish and over the line for him, it's excellent. But yeah, good day all round, and yeah, weird kind of in no man's land all day, but we got there, and yeah, we're delighted.
Battle-scarred Fiesta of Craig Jones may not have looked its best, but it still performed just as it should. In his first year in the BRC, Jones has managed to steer the machine to a second BRC national win of the season here in Yorkshire. And leading up to the final stage, Alan Carmichael and Arthur Kierans suffered water pump failure in the Hyundai i20. But they managed to make it back to Filey and finally became national rally champions after being a runner-up 2 years in a row. Back in the BRC, Gary Pearson began to dial back into his Skoda Fabia in the afternoon loop, as he and Dale Furness stayed out of trouble to secure 5th spot. A confident run for James Williams and Di Roberts would see them miss out on a podium by just 6 seconds. And as Rory Bell couldn't quite hold on to the 2nd place he had worked so hard for, dropping to 3rd on the very final stage. But it all comes down to this. After being a 3-time BRC runner-up, was Pryce going to be the bridesmaid again? Could Cronin take the fight for the title to the Campbell?
Six right in at 200. Care, turn unseen. 1 right. Narrows. Turn 1 right here.
Pryce was clear of Dolby, but it was scrappy, and he wasn't fastest.
Osian Pryce, Noel Sullivan pull out of the final stage of the 2022 Trackrod Rally Yorkshire. They complete the final Dolby test. Was it a clean run?
I'm doing it with the time.
Was it a clean? Oh, come on. 30 seconds clean?
Well, I don't know. We went off in there as well. Last mile.
What time? What was the time, Noel?
11:23.8.
Cronin was quickest over Langdale and the final stage, but was it enough?
Osian Pryce, Noel Sullivan, you are 2022 British Rally Champions. Congratulations. Go and see your families. 3 times runner-up. 3-time runner-up. Tried ever so hard throughout his entire career to do this. Osian and Noel have finally taken the British Rally Championship title, beating Keith Cronin. Get on that sill, Osian. Get on that sill with Noel. Your 2022 BRC champions, Osian Pryce, Noel O'Sullivan. Osian, there's names on this winner's trophy, including Ari Vatanen, Hannu Mikkola, Stig Blomqvist. The names are insane, and now Osian Pryce joins them.
I know, it's like I said to you in the preview, I just would have always loved to have my name on the trophy, and as you know, it's been a bloody long process. So yeah, big thanks to everybody who's made it happen. It's been a very long process, but you know, we've been patient, and the hunger never faded. So I'm so glad that we sort of persevered and kept at it. But you know, I've been many years, you know, in debt, you know, from people's generosity and kindness and support, and I just hope this repays them, because yeah, I'm very proud of them and proud of what we've achieved.
Osian Pryce and Noel O'Sullivan become the 2022 British Rally champions and finally lift the coveted trophy, joining an impressive list of rallying legends from the past and the present. Confirmation of the final result in Yorkshire then, Osian Pryce and Noel O'Sullivan take the win and the title in their Volkswagen Polo R5, whilst Keith Cronin and Mikey Galvin take second place and will need to come back next year if they are to secure that elusive 5th title. Rory Bell and Max Freeman round out the podium with 3rd. Eamon Kelly and Conor Mohan take the junior BRC win, with Craig Jones and Ian Taylor taking maximum points in the national category, although it's Alan Carmichael and Arthur Kierans who are confirmed as national rally champions. The final round heads to Llandudno for the Visit Conway Cambrian Rally in October. We'd love you to join us there.
Yes, bye. Yes, bye. Jesus Christ.